For peace, every day a body drop is getting harder to grieve. So I pray to the Lord as I fall to my knees. I don't know, but the devil keeps on talking to me. But I'll stay 10 toes, he ain't getting to me. I wanna see my brother make it. I wanna see my dreams work, cause I chased it. I wanna leave the earth knowing I ain't faked it. Cause when you die, you have this money, you can't take it. God by my side, hope he gives me some patience. I'm every rap kid's dreaming motivate.
Welcome back, y'all. It's your boy BeastModeSteven here, aka Hashtag the Kid from Miami. And I'm back with another lit, yes sir, lit topic, y'all. Welcome back, y'all, to Friday Night Topics, episode 30, y'all. Holy cow, y'all. Man, I can't believe I already dropped 30 episodes. That is crazy, y'all. That's crazy, y'all. But I couldn't not do it without y'all support and love throughout the journey, y'all, of coming with so many amazing topics and time and dedication. And I know it's been quite some time, y'all, since I dropped episode 29, y'all, and I hope y'all had a chance to look that out, y'all. Happy Friday, y'all. Definitely, y'all, I do appreciate y'all taking time to come and watch this amazing episode. As y'all seen by the title, tonight's topic that we are going to talk about is don't take excuses lightly, y'all. Don't take them lightly. Don't do it. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. Most definitely, you know, it's a very exciting topic that I want to touch upon because that's really what we live our lives on each and every day. There's so many excuses. Excuses in life, excuses in relationships, excuses with work, religion. So many excuses, y'all. And that's what we're going to talk about. Y'all could already see I made a new transformation. I got my dreads journey is on. You feel me, y'all? You know, my birthday's in definitely a week and a couple days, y'all. If y'all remember, August 18th. So definitely a new chapter is coming upon me. And, you know, definitely I said, you know what, I want a new look. I want a new, you know, look within myself. And lately it's been suiting me well, y'all. Like, I just love the journey, y'all. Like, people did tell me I'm gonna have some phases with the itchiness and so on, but you know, I did get the right stuff, you know, to help with that, and it's been going great, and I've been loving my looks, and I've been loving the look. You feel me, y'all? So really, it's, you know, a great journey. But other than that, y'all, I hope y'all keeping blessed. I hope, you know, God's doing great in your life as well, y'all. You know, as I said on this platform, y'all just gonna get the real chill me. You know, this is usually how I would be off camera, so you know, this is the chill me. But if y'all like the crazy side, like I said, the crazy side, the fun side of me, go check out my main channel. And most definitely, like I said, if y'all stay connected with me on my other platforms, I am dropping my gaming channel for all those gamers out there. You know, most definitely that will be launching sometime this year, y'all. So a lot to work on that as well, so most definitely make sure you connect on that and stay tuned for the first video, because I already got some amazing collaborations already on the way, y'all. So most definitely. But other than that, y'all, let's get this video to 5K likes, and if y'all really feeling it, let's get it to 10K likes, and leave a positive comment down below as well, y'all, and make sure y'all subscribe and show your boy some love. Let's get into it. Don't take excuses lightly. Don't do it to yourself. Like I said, don't do that to yourself. When it comes to excuses, I'm sure y'all heard before, when you hear excuses, especially towards, there's a lot of ways you can go around with this, you know. There's excuses coming from people, and there's excuses coming from yourself. So I think what I'm gonna touch up on first is excuses from people. Now, each and every day we live in a life where people are gonna give you an excuse. It's probably gonna happen to you like more than 20 times within the year if you don't keep track, you know. And the thing is, when it comes to taking excuses lightly within yourself, you're pretty much telling yourself that you don't have respect for yourself. You're basically showing people that they can really just take advantage of you in any type of way, and we don't want that. You don't want to be that type of person. You want to be that type of person when people see value in you, when people are going to be like, yo, they're going to make time for you. Because I guarantee you, if it's important to people, they're going to make that sacrifice in time. Because time only goes forward. I mentioned this in my other episodes. Time only goes forward, it never goes backwards. It doesn't wait for nobody. So in whatever situation you may be, any excuses that come your way, you gotta sit and you gotta evaluate. Is this making any sense? And how many times has this person threw this at you? And a lot of times when people take excuses, is because they either try to find themselves out of the situation that they're already in, and they're trying to find the nice way to say they don't see value in you. So never take excuses lightly, but whenever it comes your way, make sure you evaluate it and see it within yourself, like, why are these excuses coming at me? Why does this person think that they could take me for granted in a way by throwing these excuses? Because I guarantee you, as time goes by, they're going to throw another excuse, you know? So a lot of times we feel that we try to make all these efforts towards important people that we value, but they don't really value they don't even value you in a way, you know, in any type of way. So when they throw these little excuses, a lot of times we'd be like, oh, okay, all right, I understand, I get it, it's cool, maybe next time. And that's just, sometimes that's just a polite way that people just be like, oh, you know, I'm not even gonna get into it or call them out on it. You know, sometimes you gotta call them out. Sometimes you got to call them out, because if you don't, it's not that you're trying to be disrespectful, but the thing is, you know your value, you know your respect, and if you don't call out people on certain things like that when it comes to excuses, it's kind of like, why you weren't like this from before, but why all of a sudden you come with all these excuses? And it may be light, it may be heavy excuses, and I'm definitely gonna touch up on that. So a few examples of light excuses, like very light excuses. So an example I could give is, say you just want to go for a run. You know, you want to go for a run, you want to go for a jog, but all of a sudden you weren't the type of person who would normally invite people to your, you know, walks and runs. But later down the road, all of a sudden you meet this good friend and or family member, it could be, and you know, they want to go on a run with you, and all of a sudden, you know, you make the time for them, but you're just like, damn, do I really want this person to come with me on a run, knowing that there might be a distraction, knowing they might just throw me off of my pattern of my workout, whatever it may be? So you're thinking, so like excuse like that, you're thinking, damn, like you had the heart to, you know, allow them to join with you on the journey of whatever walk or run or workout that you planned to do, but you came to light to be like, damn, maybe not so much, so I gotta come with a light excuse and tell them, oh, I'm not feeling good, or oh, I'm not, you know, like some people aren't straightforward. They could be, besides telling them, oh, they're not feeling good, they could be like, oh, I had something else to do, work came up, I had to go and work early, to only find out that they're going to go do the workout and the run. So they make something light out to be like, you know, instead of being straightforward, to be like, yo, like not today, like I just want to work out by myself and all that. They just rather make a light excuse, hoping that that other person would take it in and not even argue about it. But in this situation, if some people see the patterns in certain people, they will pick at it. They will understand the patterns and be like, man, this is not the first time, or this is not how the person is usually like. People would actually pick at it, and sometimes the truth would unfold by itself when you literally pick at certain excuses that you take light. So many excuses that you took light throughout the years. You know, you never really took the time to evaluate one, but you never took the time to dig deep into it to figure out why is it that's coming your way like this. Because this wasn't the energy that you were giving a day before, but all of a sudden now these like excuses are coming your way. So when you're thinking about when people throw these like excuses at you, when it comes to a person to person, you know, not just relationship, not just, you know, work related, but when it comes to a person that's in your circle or someone you call family or whatever it may be, and these like excuses come your way, you got to not take it lightly, but evaluate and see the value that the person has within you, you know? Because I guarantee you, like, some people They move in silence. They move in silence. Some people, you throw excuses at them, they're like, ah, all right, cool, no worries. But the next time, it's going to be a different energy, and you're going to see that energy because they're not going to forget. They're not going to forget. The one time they try to put time in you, and all of a sudden, you just threw a light excuse at them. You know, so sometimes you gotta be careful with throwing any excuse to just anybody, because not a lot of people are going to take that lightly if you keep making it a habit, but also a pattern, because people would read through you through that, right? So when it comes to that, always be straightforward, always be truthful, because, or not even that, if you really have a good heart, reschedule in a way, and just make things happen. Because again, life isn't long, life is short, but you got to not take these excuses lightly in any type of way. You feel me? Heavy excuses. Now these are the type of excuses where it's like you do take them lightly, but you don't really catch on to excuses that look heavy. So I'm talking about heavy excuses, like, for example, we talking about the financial areas. Bruh, I can tell you, there are people who are gonna be like, damn, they run into situations and they feel like, damn, they're entitled to certain things. You know, so it's like you gotta make this heavy excuse of why you can't accommodate of what they're asking for, you know. Because a lot of times when you're not even at that mature relationship yet, you know, with that person, and all of a sudden they throw this curveball of a question or something that they may want from you, but you ask yourself, the kind of relationship you have with them, you know, it makes you think that you gotta throw a heavy excuse at them. And those are not to take lightly, because the thing is, it's like, you may not understand what the person is going through. You may not understand what it, like, in any, like, you got to be in that person's shoes to understand that, if that was you, you know. So when you think you're going to throw a heavy excuse at somebody, you really got to take it in the impact or the result it could give you later on down the road, you know. So when it comes to certain situations like that, and you're going to think about throwing a heavy excuse, and a heavy excuse is basically like you're giving, I wouldn't want to call it a story, but you're kind of giving like a 3-sentence of why you can't do what they're asking you to do, you know. So it's kind of like, and not only that, it's kind of like how you put it, right? Sometimes it can come off as aggressive, sometimes it can comes off as you don't really care in any type of way. So heavy excuses like that, you really gotta be careful with them, you know, because a lot of times you could just say something and you're not realizing that person's gonna take it in as either a good thing or as like you're being respectful. They might take it negative, and how heavy as you say and the words that you use can also lead to an impact. You feel me? So being careful with these heavy excuses, but also if you're the person that's receiving heavy excuses from other people, do not take them lightly. Do not take them lightly. It's not because you're being selfish. It's not because you're disrespectful, but it's because you know your value. You know what self-respect is. You know, I tell you, a lot of times people can make sacrifices for you. They can, but it's only in a matter of how you mean to them. If you mean something to them, they're going to make that sacrifice for you. And that's why you never take any excuses lightly, y'all. Don't take it lightly. Excuses when it comes to a relationship journey. I know a lot of people struggle in that now. I was actually watching this one video. I seen this one video. It was on TikTok of a man and a woman who were together. And basically what happened was, he basically said that he didn't have money for them to go out to eat. I would consider that a heavy excuse. Why? And then you guys probably seen that video because I think I reposted it. I would say this, I would call this a heavy excuse, because not only one, he was being truthful, but also he was also testing the person that he is with to see their reaction. And thank God he has a good person in his life, because that person came up with another solution. Now think back when I said when these excuses come at you, evaluate what you're going to say, how you're going to react, and how you're going to be the solution. You know, so going back, so as he's saying this to his partner's looking at him like, why don't you have any money? It's kind of like they already planned it to go out, but he was like, you know what, for the sake, let me test this out. So she's like, why didn't you not have any money? And he was just like, for all the reasons, you know, he didn't have money because he did this, he did that. And, you know, like, he was just adding on to the situation, to the excuse, you know. And that's why it's called a heavy excuse, because you're just adding things to the excuse to make it even bigger to get your way out, you know. But sometimes we don't have to do all that, because not a lot of people have a horrible heart as you may think it is. Sometimes if you're just bold and straightforward, you can literally get out of a situation easier. And I'm not saying just easy like that, but it's more like people are going to have respect for you and value for you in a lot of ways if you're just straightforward and honest. Not only that, if you reschedule in a way where you show them that they mean something to you, you know. So as he's telling his woman this, his woman's just like, it's alright, we ain't gotta go out to eat, we can literally cook inside, we got stuff inside that we can cook. Boom, just like that. She came up with another solution far from what they already had planned to do, because she already took the time to see that she's not giving up. She already took the time to take in that, damn, like, she probably read that it's probably an excuse. You know, she probably already knew from the get-go that it's probably just an excuse, but she already came up with the solution. And a lot of people are like that, and people who are like that, they're wise, and that's why they really take the time to see when people throw these excuses at them and how they go about it. You know, you're not going to get the same energy and a positive energy later on when you come back. You know, a lot of times people throw excuses at you because they're like, they see the moment, they're like, maybe it's not a good moment, but I'm gonna wait until it's a good moment so I can be like, so I can make myself present and be like, man, I never left, but you know, I just took a little break. People who act like that, especially act like that, they throw an excuse at you and they go hide and they go do whatever they got to do about their life, and all of a sudden when they see things are good on your end and so on, they come back like they never left, as if people are not going to realize that you're doing that. Be real with yourself now. Be real with yourself now. If you're dealing with a wise person, you're dealing with a person who's been through all these experiences already, who does not take excuses lightly, and not just any excuses lightly, what makes you think it's going to be alright? It's the effort that you put into when you're making these excuses, whether it's light, whether it's heavy. It's the effort that you put into it, because it matters the most. It really matters the most. So when you take the time and you think about you're going to make an excuse towards someone, whatever the situation may be, take the time to evaluate. Take the time to make things correct. Because a lot of times we just be throwing excuses at people and not even in any circumstances of how things may impact that person anyway. We just throw it at them and be like, hope for the next day that they're going to be alright and brush it off. It piles up. It piles up. It piles up. The way like how you like your money is going to pile up, but it's not going to give you a great result later on. Making excuses throughout life. We got goals. We got a purpose in life that we want. And when we make excuses that we can't do certain things, it's because we allow this fake energy in our system that brings us down in so many ways, where we feel like we can't even feel motivated to even do our purpose, to even do the goals that we set out for ourselves throughout the year. I'll tell you now, when I first, look at me now, I'm doing these amazing topics in my beautiful design room, and I'm grateful, because not a lot of people have it like that. But my goal, my future goal, y'all, is to have my own big studio where it's literally designed away as a talk show, because I love putting the effort into what I do. God did not make me perfect, but God gave me the energy and strength to chase my purpose. Hear that again. God did not make me perfect, but He gave me the energy and strength to chase my purpose. So when it comes to people throwing excuses at you, whether it's light, whether it's heavy, take the time to evaluate. And if that person has a good heart, they will make things correctly with those excuses that they're throwing at you. Have self-respect for yourself. Know your value. And even if you got cut 1,000,000 people off, 1,000 people off, because they're still not learning how to manage their excuses, how to correct their excuses when they throw it just at you by other people. Sometimes you gotta cut people off in order to have self-respect for yourself. You may not know what they're going through. I mean, you may not understand why they can't just be bold and straightforward with you. But at the end of the day, don't take those lightly, and know your self-respect. But other than that, y'all, I appreciate y'all to tuning in to Friday Night Topics, episode 30, y'all. I really do appreciate y'all, because I know on Friday nights y'all could be doing something wild, something crazy, and other things that are important, but you took the time to get to the end of this amazing topic, and I appreciate y'all. So until then, y'all, make sure y'all leave a positive comment down below. Subscribe, y'all, because we are definitely on the road to 1,000 subscribers, y'all. Until next time, y'all, make sure y'all follow me on all my other platforms where you can stay connected and know when I'm dropping my next topic, y'all. Stay blessed. I'm out, y'all. Yes, sir.